Hey everybody, Stepdogg the Prophet here. And actually, at the moment, I'm in Oliphant, Pennsylvania, my hometown. Yeah, I'm here to deal with the satanic posse, the witchcraft panty. I need to see her one last time before I do my thing. But anyway, I'm down here at the Oliphant Flats Playground here in Oliphant, Pennsylvania. I'm going to show you a little bit of this park. And the name of this video is called Muhammad Ali was a false prophet. And okay, I understand. I'm going to show you a little bit of the park. Okay, yeah, that's where I used to play basketball all the time. And then I'm off in the distance, up over the horizon. That used to be an earthen pyramid. They leveled it off to hide it from view at this point. But when I was growing up, there, you know, right where you could see it's like kind of shaved off. That used to be an earthen pyramid, and everybody could see it. You could see it from, you know, far away. Also, another thing I'm going to show, first experience of my prophethood occurred right over there in that pavilion. And you might say, well, what happened there? That's where I had the experience that I knew what it was like to be like Jesus. And even though at the time I was only 19 years old, I didn't know what that meant. Now I do. And that's why I say Muhammad Ali was a false prophet. I mean, he was a person who, he bought into Islam because he knew it was his way of getting out of the draft and going into the war and being able to still box and make money and be famous and be, you know, the arrogant SOB he was. Not only that, but he had the nerve to take the name of Islam's prophet, Muhammad, and not only that, but the first martyr of Islam, Ali, as well, who some people feel should be the prophet. That's what I mean, like, he was on some slick stuff. I don't care what any movie that Hollywood makes has to say about him or anything like that. I mean, he was on some slick stuff. And unfortunately for him, praying 5 times a day is inadequate. You know what I mean? That's the major thing that Muhammad screwed up on. But anyway, this is why I say, you know, it's important to know that he was a false prophet, because you don't go around saying that you're a prophet. Because just think of it like this. When it's time for you to be judged by God, God's going to start asking you prophethood questions. Well, how did I work with you? How did you like working with me? How do you feel about what you learned? And Muhammad Ali is going to be like, what? I'm just your typical Nation of Islam douche. You know what I mean? So he's done. Whereas me, Jeff, how was your experience? Well, God, you know, it was a little rough and difficult, and, you know, too many people trying to get me, kill me, sabotage me, all this other stuff. But the knowledge, learning the golden rule, the key to going to heaven, you know, learning what original sin was and everything else, you know, it's glorious. But there's extremes in both cases where, you know, the wisdom you gain is phenomenal, but the price to gain that wisdom is kind of steep. And usually it's not something that you choose for yourself. Usually God chooses you, and it's your job to do it. And that's the difference between being a prophet and being a false prophet. I mean, this guy, you know, hid behind a religion so he could, like I said, avoid going to the war and everything else. And I don't be hiding behind no religion. I mean, if anything, the golden rule is something that for thousands of years nobody's been able to figure it out. Solomon knew it, but was a selfish little kid and a Jew on top of it. And Muhammad was illiterate, so he didn't know what God was writing in front of him, which was his big error, not learning how to read. But anyway, I got to go do some prophet stuff, because I got to go see this satanic witch that I call a mother. So anyway, to end this video, all thanks and praises due to the Basis Foundation. God is most great. None has the right to be worshipped but you.